Hi, Malati Vijay Kumar welcoming you once again to Meen Man Cooks. In today's episode, we're going to see a Tiffin Sambar. Very recently, my siblings Meen Man and I were at Rathna Cafe enjoying a nice breakfast. Something a must-have at Rathna Cafe is of course their idli sambar. It is something one must taste. We were so inspired by it, we did a little brainstorming and decided to come out with something as close as possible to it. About 2 tablespoons tur dal, 2 tablespoons moong dal, 1 large onion roughly chopped, 2 medium-sized tomatoes roughly chopped, 1 green chili, a pinch of turmeric powder, 7 red chilies, 2 tablespoons of coriander seeds, 2 tablespoons of shallots, a tablespoon of peppercorns, 1.5 teaspoons of urad dal, 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of coconut, a teaspoon of jaggery, a small gooseberry sized ball of tamarind soaked in water. For tempering, 2 red chilies, a teaspoon of mustard seeds and urad dal, half a teaspoon of hing, a few curry leaves, coriander leaves for the garnish. Oil about 2 tablespoons, salt to taste, ghee for tempering. So now let's get started. I'm going to light the gas. The cooker is hot. Let's add about a spoon of oil. Let's add the tur dal and the moong dal. Stir it. Can get a nice aroma. Now let's add the green chili, the onions, and the tomatoes. Mix them all. Let's add the turmeric powder as well. Give it a mix and add about 2 cups of water. It's simmering. Let's cover the cooker. We can see the steam, so let's place the stopper and give it about 4 whistles. So now we've heard the 4th whistle, we can switch off the gas. The cooker will take a little while for the steam to be released. In the meanwhile, we'll fry the ingredients for the sambar powder. The wok is hot, so let's add a spoon of oil. We're going to fry all the ingredients. First the urad dal, then the coriander seeds. Let's fry them well till we get the aroma. And now the peppercorns. You can hear the spluttering, so we can add the red chilies and the coconut. Once it cools, I'm adding the shallots as well, which means I'll make a paste of it because you cannot preserve it. If you're going to keep the powder and use it on a later date, do not add the shallots, grind it separately. It's always better to add freshly ground paste rather than preserved powder. The ingredients are roasted well. I'm going to switch off the gas. We'll allow it to cool before we grind it to a paste. The fried spices have cooled down. We'll first grind the red chilies and the coconut and add the remaining ingredients after we powder this. Now let's add the remaining ingredients. Wow, smells yummy. We have our cooked dal ready. We have the ground paste. So now let's get them all together. We'll start by tempering the sambar. The wok is getting hot. Let's add about half a spoon of oil and half a spoon of ghee. Now we'll quickly add the mustard, urad dal and the red chilies. Splattering really well. The hing. I've retained a few shallots from the spices. I'm adding the shallots as well. The curry leaves. And now the tamarind extract. To the wok, we'll add the ground paste. Getting the real authentic sambar flavor. We'll add about 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt. This water is from the blender jar. The ground paste is simmering. In the meanwhile, let's open the cooker and check out on the dals. Cooked well. Just use your ladle to mash it. The dal also is cooked well. The consistency is much better when we add 50-50 of tur dal and moong dal. Simmering well, let's add the jaggery. The jaggery will dissolve in no time. It's cooked well. I can get almost the flavor of the sambar, so it's time to add the cooked dal. Now let's add the cooked dal to the sambar mixture. We can add a little more water. It's pretty thick. Now you can check the salt. One more tip is, if the salt is insufficient, you will not get the flavor of the sambar. Only if there's sufficient salt, you will get the pakka sambar flavor. So let's add a little water. It's pretty thick. We need it a little dilute. Simmering another 2-3 minutes and it's done. You can see the oil and ghee also floating up there. So, and I can get awesome flavor from the sambar. It's simmering, so let's add the coriander leaves and put off the gas. It smells absolutely divine. I just can't wait to taste it. One thing you can be very confident if you get the pakka sambar flavor, all the balancing is perfect. But in your own interest, it's always advisable to check and double check. For the dals, we've given you the proper guidelines for the chilies, the pepper and the green chili. But the spiciness of the chili varies from shop to shop, I can say. Unless the jaggery, the salt and the spice are perfectly balanced, you will not get this flavor. So check. If you require a little more salt or sweet, you can always add it. Now, I'll check if my sambar is perfect or not. It is perfect, but if I'm having it with an idli or dosa, I guess I may require a pinch of salt. That can be added, no problem. Very tasty. Do try our sambar and let us know if it comes anywhere near the talk of the town Rathna Cafe Sambar. I'm sure this has motivated you to cook. Do try it and give your feedback. For the recipe, click on meenman.com for all your non-veg requirements as well. Click on meenman.com and place your orders. Do follow us on FIT, that is Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I'm sure you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed showing it to you. Thank you.